Swatting flies is not a plan. I keep this trap running in my kitchen. Here are the top 5 things to know before you buy. And number 1, surprise me. Number 5 thing you should know before you buy. One button runs the whole thing. You plug it in, press the button, and this is your setup. No app, no pairing, no manual. With tiny print, you need a good light read. The light adjusts too, so you can bring it to glow down when you want it softer or push it up when you want more pull. That matters more than it sounds like, and it should. My kitchen is a room everybody walks through at midnight, and a bright glow on the counter is kind of a thing that you notice at midnight. I brought mine down a notch and stopped noticing it. I bring the button up because half of the stuff in my home needs a phone now. My garage door opener wants an account. My sprinkler timer wants a password. This thing wants a plug and a finger. I had mine going in about the time it took me to walk it over from the drawer, and I have never touched settings since, except the one brightness change. If you want something your wife and your kids can run without calling you into the room, this qualifies. But number 4 is the part that sold me. All right, number 4 thing you should know before buying this: nothing about this works as chemical. No spray, no cartridge, no scent pod, no fumes drifting across your counter. It pulls flying insects in with the light and the air suction, and that's the entire trick. That matters to me because of what I wanted to run it. I'm a step away from a bowl of bananas and cutting board I use every day, and I've used the spray stuff before. I hit a kitchen one afternoon, walked out, came back an hour later, and every dish and towel I owned smelled like a hardware store. My wife made me wipe the counter twice, and she did not say one word while she watched me do it. This one puts nothing in the air and leaves nothing on the surface underneath. It also does not shock anything, so there's no snap, pop, flash on the corner of your eye while you're eating dinner. It sits there and works. Keep watching because number 3 is the one most people get backwards. And number 3 thing you should know before buying this: this is built to stay on. The listing says it runs on low energy with a glue card in place. You can leave it going more than 24 hours at a stretch. That's not a footnote. This is how you're supposed to use it. This is not something you grab when you spot a fly. You plug it in and forget about it while you sleep, while you're at work, while the house sits empty and the bugs have run over the place. I got this wrong in the first place. I treated it like a tool. I would flip it on when I saw gnats and off when I did not, and then wonder why my first few days felt like nothing was happening. Turns out I was the problem. Once I left it running around the clock, the board started filling in. Number 2 is the one I wish somebody had walked me through before I ordered. All right, number 2 you should know before buying this: the upkeep period is one sticky board, and that's the whole job. When the board fills up, you open up the bottom tray, slide, you use one out, drop a fresh one in, and close it. It ships with 10 refills, so you're not hunting for parts your first week. You also get a running scorecard out because the board is filling up. Tells you spot on, right, please, stay clean, tells you to move on. Compare that to the last bug thing you owned, the one that had a middle grid that I was supposed to brush out. I brushed it twice, quit, and let it turn into a science project in the back patio until my neighbor asked me what it was. There's no brush in here, no dumping a tray of bug bodies in the trash and hoping none of them are still moving. You grab the edge of the card, throw it away. Number 1 is the one that actually got me, so do not skip it out early and stay till the end because I have a bonus tip to save you a week of thinking that it does not work. All right, and number 1 tip you should know before buying this: this runs on a specific band of light, 365 to 395 nanometers. And once that clicked for me, everything about where I put it changed. That band is what pulls gnats and fruit flies and moths in, but the light only works as a lure when the brightness things up in the room. This is the part nobody explains. I had mine parked on a kitchen counter under a row of canned lights in the middle of the day, wondering why the board looked empty. It was not broken, it was losing. Every other light in that room was louder than this was. So I moved it and set it on a counter in the corner away from the window and stopped flipping the overhead lights on at night. Next morning, the board had more on it than the entire week before. The listing even tells you where this thing is meant to live: bedroom, kitchen, living room, garage. They're right next to your houseplants. Every one of those spots gets dark and stays dark for hours. If you take one thing out of this video, take this: do not judge it by a bright afternoon. Judge it by what the board looks like after 3 dark nights in the right corner. That one move is the difference between telling your buddy it works and telling him it does not work. But hang on, because the bonus tip now, it'll help you find the right corner without guessing. If the placement tip just solved the gnat problem for you, add this to your cart now and you can thank me later. All right, bonus tip: go to the source instead of the middle of the room. Gnats are almost always coming up out of houseplant soil. Fruit flies are almost always living in the fruit bowl or the trash can. Plus, put the trap within a couple of feet of whichever one is your problem, not the firewall where it looks nicest. I ran mine next to the plant shelf for a week and then moved it to the back corner, and the difference was not close. It runs quiet, so the bedroom is a fair game if this is where your bugs are showing up. Give 3 or 4 nights in one spot before you decide to move it again, and let the board tell you whether you picked the right spot. All right, guys, that's all I got today. As always, remember 2 things here. Number 1, Bill Spade. Let's go add that to your cart now. Number 2, the product bro is always here for you.